Good morning. It's Tuesday, October 29th, almost Halloween. My name is Claudia, and I'm a fourth grade teacher here in Southern California. Today is Picture Day. Oh, I know how much all of us love Picture Day. Well, as I was kind of cleaning up a little bit along my desk, I noticed this. In the middle is my first day of teaching. So, wow, I've been here for quite some time. And then over to my right, there is my kindergarten picture. And yes, I came to school here. So it's just amazing how long But today we start our division unit. So as if you have seen my other clips, I like to use a lot of manipulatives. Today we're going to start off with just using these little cubes here. And we're going to create arrays and then hopefully transition into area model later down in the week. Because as you look at the fourth grade framework, they're asking students to use an area model for division. So I'm hoping to make that transition seamless. We also have early release day. We leave, or the kids dismiss at 1:23, and it's all professional development. Math took a little longer than expected. I think that's because I had 8 students that didn't show up till about 8:40. I wanted to make sure that I knew they were going to come. They come late every day, but I wanted to make sure that they were here during our concept development. So we use Eureka Math as our program, as our resource. Last year, I wasn't using Eureka as much. And this year, admin decided that we're going to use Eureka. So I'm trying to combine CGI and Eureka kind of into a hybrid. So this was from lesson 14, Eureka. Solve division word problems with remainders. Down at the bottom, I have a PDSA group. Our district is implementing, I call it we are being voluntold to work with 2 groups of students, 10 in all, and we're focusing in on a different set of standards. We have an hour and a half of math. That extra half hour is for this PDSA group. The other hour is for my warm-up, concept development, any other students that I need to pull out during that time really quick to check in with them, and then independent work time. So this is my warm-up. I wanted to bring in this image because it demonstrates an array. And in lesson 14 of Eureka, they're having students create arrays for division, which will later turn into the area model. Really simple, really quick. So this was the concept development. I gave my students little cubes, and they each had 12. And we read the problem together and followed the prompt. Then from there, I had them share with their partner, and then we shared out as a class. I also had them draw it in their math notebook as well. So all these problems come from the Eureka Math under the concept development. And then from there, it was independent work time. They were going to work in their Eureka Learn, page 213, problem set. Lesson 14, numbers 1 through 4. And all my students know that beginning at 9:30, we go on to I Ready My Path. And then this is the time that I start working with my PDSA group as well. So this is some of the work sample for today. This is one of my students with an IEP. As you can see, he's able to put them in groups, but again, working towards using an array. I allow them to use the strategies that works best for them. Later by the end of the year, when we're actually doing test prep, I'm hoping that they're able to recognize the strategies of the math framework and utilize them. But this is, again, one of my students. He's an English language learner, as well as a student with an IEP. This student went ahead and drew the model, included an equation, gave an explanation. This lesson took a little longer than usual, and that was because of the hands-on, and I'm okay with that. Tomorrow's lesson focuses on using graph paper, so I will give them that. The day is finally over with. PD went a little longer than expected. I'm just kind of gathering my things, ready to go home and probably do some work at home. I just don't understand how one little thing like picture day can throw the whole day out of whack. Good morning, it's Thursday, Halloween, October 31st. I'm excited. I hope my kids get my costume. My colleagues and I are dressed up as Spice Girls. I'm Cayenne Pepper. They say I'm spicy. They chose my costume for me. There's a lot going on. We have the art teacher here today. We only get her for a 10-week cycle, which is a bummer. She's at her school site Thursdays and Fridays. Next Thursday is our last day. Can't wait to see what she does with the kids today. So that's one less thing I have to do. And then early dismissal, 12:48, which will be really nice. I am going to reorganize my tables to see if I can eliminate some of the excessive talking. Currently, this is how my room is set up. I have pods, my kidney tables in the back where I work with my students. I think I'm going to rearrange this layout. This year it's not working, so I know some pods have 6. The 4 pods seem to work the best, but I might want to just face them forward in some manner, like little L shapes. And today, this afternoon, hopefully I'll have some time to do that. I'm going to try to get some planning in so that I'm not working on the weekends and late at night. My husband's getting a little upset by it, but there's been a lot of changes this year as far as our math and our ELA. We're using Amplify for the first time. And so we're trying to get the gist of it and trying to adjust to fit the needs of our 4th grade students. So the parade took a little longer than expected today. We did not start on time. So as a result, we missed out on our ELA block. We were able to do math. So for math, I had the kids do spooktacular treats. And then I gave them this little question with mild, medium, and spicy. It was all a multiplication review, some addition in there, some subtraction with regrouping. And I also only had 2 kids leave early. Normally I have half the class that's gone, but today was only 2 kids that left early and 1 kid truly absent. So I gave them something fun to do and as a review. So that's what we worked on for math. I create this multiplication strategies anchor chart, and it's actually student work, student examples. And I keep it up all year long, and it's a great way to showcase students' learning as well as having others in the classroom who haven't quite learned the strategies that are needed to multiply. They can come up and use this as a reference tool. Because we have a poster maker at our school site, we have a colleague that does it for us. So I just send her the PDF version that I created and she'll create the chart for me. So I do this for all content, for all the standards that we cover in 4th grade. It's just a nice way for kids to come up and look at the strategies, and they're actually learning for their peers. So rather than me teaching it to them, I feel that they learn from their peers more so than a teacher telling them which strategy to use or how to use it. But I like to have this up so that hopefully that will inspire them to, look at their peers and say, hey, I want to be able to do that. I'm going to learn to understand how to use that strategy.
I changed this table to an L-shaped table. I could not do that for the rest of my classroom. My classroom is not big enough. So the table that was team 2 back there had 6 tables. Now they're down to 4. I kept this, actually this one was at 4. Now I increased it to 6, but I completely changed the students that were sitting at this table. Over to my side, now I created 3 pods of 4. Originally I had 2 pods of 6, and I changed some of the students around. I'm hoping this does the trick and it reduces the amount of noise. It's almost the end of the day. I need to eat some lunch. Tables are rearranged. I wanted to make sure that was done before tomorrow morning. I still need to stop at the store and grab a bag of candy. I probably won't have much trick-or-treaters. Most of the kids in our neighborhood are grown up. And I need to do some planning. Other than that, happy Halloween.